Like and subscribe right now, or this spider will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. In today's video, we will show you Bloody Falls, the door to hell, and a sea full of stars. But let's start with Mystery Spot, California. Our vast, unknowable planet is full of mysterious spots. But the Santa Cruz Mystery Spot has something that the Bermuda Triangle and Stonehenge could only dream of: famous yellow bumper stickers. The Mystery Spot is a gravitational anomaly located in the redwood forests just outside of Santa Cruz, California. Within the spot, you will be stunned as your perceptions of the laws of physics and gravity are questioned.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Pretty amazing, right?
It's an hour-and-a-half drive south of the city. Eventually, you will reach the redwood forests, where there is beautiful scenery, but no cell service. Those who enter the odd cabin, although it seems like they're lying on flat ground, are made to swing all the time. The most probable theory that tries to explain this says that it's all about the, quote, tilt-induced visual illusions. Blood Falls. The site, officially known as Blood Falls, was discovered in 1911. The waterfall appears to be a red-brown liquid dripping from the glacier, which rushes in jets to the surface of an ice lake and freezes instantly. For a long time, it was thought that algae were to blame, which had miraculously survived in the glacier's depths and were now escaping. But that idea was dropped afterward. Various scientists have attempted to determine the specific cause of this phenomenon. Researchers appear to be convinced about several ideas, but that doesn't make the riddle any less intriguing, as they've been unable to figure out what's going on there. Some people, on the other hand, have their own explanation for this strange occurrence. They say stories about Pele, the goddess of volcanoes with a passionate and fiery temperament, and how she created such flaming occurrences in the cold highlands. Now, scientists don't know anything that adds up together. People have strange theories, and both factors make Blood Falls one of the most mysterious landmarks on the planet. Door to Hell. Camping out in the desert to see Turkmenistan's strange sight, named the Door to Hell by the locals. Despite the fact that its creepy name aiming for viral success has soaked the crater in blazing hyperbole, it's still an incredible location to be. Red light rises from the ground in the distance at night, amid an empty desert with just the stars for company, and a distant rumble foreshadows the hole. The hole itself, which shoots flames and fireballs over its sun-deep pit like a volcano, must be seen at night to get the full effect. For a long time, it was mistakenly believed that the hole gave the country a bad rep. A barrier has been erected as a first step. Since then, the hole has kept burning, despite prior attempts to extinguish it. The pit that resulted is a renowned tourist attraction in the ex-Soviet Republic, measuring 229 feet broad and 65 feet deep. It was named the Shining of Karakum by the president in 2018.
It's a massive black hole that is burning right in front of us. This has a very beautiful view, and it's pretty much breathtaking.
MOERAKI boulders. If you go down to Koekkoe Beach in New Zealand, you can be sure of a big surprise. In front of you, scattered like enormous marbles from some long-abandoned game between giants, are hundreds of giant spherical rocks. Or are they the eggshells of seaborn dragons? The MOERAKI boulders present us with a mystery. What are they, and how on earth did they get there? Some are isolated, but others can occur in groups. Many of the MOERAKI boulders give the impression of being completely spherical, and they almost are. They are septarian concretions, a sedimentary rock that has had the space between, and they look like buried by someone on purpose. These stones, according to Maori folklore, were gourds or food containers washed ashore from the wreckage of a boat. Some people believe they are alien eggs. The local Maori culture is deeply rooted in nature, and as a result, they are responsible for the upkeep of this stone-strewn beach. Salar de Uyuni. Scientists researchers and visitors have been delving into the mysteries of the world's largest salt flat. Scholars consider this location in Bolivia to be the most extreme and stunning vista on the entire continent of South America. The space is enormous. It covers an area of approximately 20,000 square kilometers, making it the world's largest salt flat. It also boasts the distinction of having the world's highest salt flats, standing at 12,139.11 feet above sea level. While the researchers are exploring the actual cause, their curiosity was filled with the mythological story of the Aymara culture about the volcanic mountains of Tunupa, Cusina, and Cusco, narrated by the locals. The legend has it that the volcanoes of the Altiplano walked and moved to meet the converse with one another. Tunupa was the group's only female volcano, standing at 12,000 feet above sea level. Interesting, but no. And that's the answer we have so far. And if the scientists come up with a better explanation, we'd be more than delighted to share it with you. But so far, curious researchers have refused to believe the residents' mythical account, and I'm still hunting for a reasonable explanation. Northern Lights. The Northern Lights are phenomena that date back to the dawn of early civilization. For ages, science and the human imagination have marveled at the Earth's own light show. Researchers have been unable to validate a long-held notion regarding the aurora borealis origin. As in the higher altitudes of the Arctic Circle, the Northern Lights dance across the night sky. They were first recognized for, quote, both provoking awe and horror because of their, quote, apparently unexplained origin. However, in Norse mythology, the Northern Lights are generated by light bouncing off the Valkyries' shields and armor as they take brave souls to Valhalla. The lights were likewise related to death in the indigenous culture, but instead of indicating an aspiring afterlife, they were something to be feared. According to indigenous folklore, the lights represent the souls of the deceased and could be a bad omen. Well, there's that. The lights of the aurora generally extend from 50 miles to as high as 400 miles above the Earth's surface, and are a sight to behold. Plain of Jars. Thousands of stone containers are scattered across the ground at the mysterious Plain of Jars, an archaeological site in central Laos. Many of these jars have also been discovered by archaeologists in Laos's forested and hilly regions. They've been trying to figure out why there are so many stone jars strewn about this isolated section of Laos for a long time. Experts have found an ancient burial site and human bones at the Plain of Jars, which is located in a remote corner of the world. The burial mound, which is thought to be 2,500 years old, could provide new information to scholars regarding the mystery site. 11 ceramic jars were also discovered, which are thought to represent secondary graves of human bones from which the flesh has been removed. The Xiang Kuang Plateau's other most well-known ancient jar location comprised more than 85 ancient jars in isolated hills and valleys, and so far, only 7 jar sites have been cleansed of undetonated bombs after the area was extensively attacked by American bombers during the Vietnam War. Sea of Stars. The stunning beaches and stunning turquoise waters of the Maldives have always wowed visitors. The Maldives mesmerizes its guests with the beautiful glowing waters, the Sea of Stars, in addition to all the great activities and natural beauty. This Maldives island jewel, which is on most people's bucket lists throughout the world, is located on the island of Vadu. It has a population of barely 500 people and has earned a spot on the global tourism map thanks to its Sea of Stars phenomenon. How does Vadu Island glow is one of the most often asked questions. It's only reasonable to be curious about how this seashore acquires such an artificial radiance. The island itself is located in the Indian Ocean, and the coastlines of Vadu, in particular, sparkle due to a bioluminescent process. In addition to the visible marine life that visitors to Vadu Island can witness, there are species that aren't always apparent to the naked eye. Microorganisms are what glow in the water, and a specific type of phytoplankton, called a dinoflagellate, is what does it. But we know that mostly, the natives have real funny explanations for such happenings, as some locals claim that these are the remains of falling stars. while others say that they are tears of the Moon Princess. Mysterious Skellig Michael. After appearing in the mega-hit film Star Wars The Force Awakens, Skellig Michael, a small, deserted rocky island 8 miles from the modest Kerry fishing hamlet of Port McGee, is gaining worldwide notice. The enigmatic island, which rises 230 meters above sea level and houses the ruins of an ancient monastery, was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1996. Skellig Michael, commonly known as Great Skellig, is the larger of 2 islands off the coast of Coe Kerry, 23,622 feet west of the Ivera Peninsula. Little Skellig is the name given to the smaller of the 2 islands. The islands are mentioned for the first time in folklore. Skellig Michael is the burial place of Eir, Milesius' son. How was a secret sorcerer who had sacrificed newborns from his own kingdom to the gods able to... well, never mind. The evil lord drowned at the landing of the Milesians. Crooked Forest. A little cluster of just over 400 pine trees has been attracting the attention of Atlas Obscura types and off-the-beaten-path visitors for years. Just south of the unpronounceable city of Szczecin on Poland's extreme eastern haunch, a stone's throw west of the border with Germany. The Crooked Forest is a forest of irregularly shaped trees that were planted in the German province of Pomerania around 1930. The pine trees grow northward with a sharp 90-degree bend at the base, then curve back and grow straight up into the sky. These trees are normally healthy and grow up to 50 feet tall, despite their unusual curves bending 3 to 9 feet sideways at their bases. The woodland looks to be straightening out and climbing vertically towards the Slavic sky. The dispute over what caused the odd wood to take on its current appearance has ranged hypotheses from torrential snowstorms to lumberjack growing procedures. Isn't it strange? RICHAT structure. The vast RICHAT structure in the depths of Mauritania, which appears to be swirling, spinning, and twisting like a cyclone across the center of the mighty Sahara Desert, is something genuinely mysterious. Albeit, you'll have to take to the air to see it. Only a few nearby nomadic tribes were aware of the formation for generations. It was first shot by Gemini astronauts in the 1960s, who used it as a reference point to watch the progress of their landing sequences. For years, scientists have wondered how the perfect circular set of concentric rings came to be. Some believe it was caused by an asteroid strike centuries ago. Others claim it was simply the result of natural geological erosion and attrition. Then there are those who believe it was created by extraterrestrials who went through and designated a landing spot for future visits to Earth. Perhaps. Devil's Bridge. The Devil's Bridge is a bridge that appears to have been plucked from a legend. This little bridge in Saxony, Germany, is tucked away in the middle of nowhere in a small park. This nightmarish bridge makes a perfect circle with the reflections in the water of Lake Rakotsi, as you've surely seen on social media. Some say that Rakotsbrück was commissioned by a local knight. The bridge is also known under the name Devil's Bridge, as the bridge was so dangerous and miraculous that it looked like it must have been built by the devil himself. The slender bridge runs across the waters of Lake Rakotsi and looks like it was handcrafted from a variety of local stones. When the water is still and transparent, the place looks like it came right from Neverland. People travel from all over the world to see it, and of course, snap hundreds of pictures. Many people have wondered if it's worth making the trip there. If you ask me, well, I'd say yes, because this bridge is just too beautiful not to be seen. Rainbow Mountain. It's not uncommon for children's artwork to feature rainbows and bright colors, but you never think that mountains could form those same colors. Your kids' worthy works of art may be closer to reality than you think, especially if you venture into Peru's Rainbow Mountain or Montana de Siete Colores, the Hill of Seven Colors, in Peru's Cusco region in the Andes. At the same time, it's a bit of a challenge to get to it, with a 3-hour drive and a 6-mile hike. It will be well worth it when you finally arrive, though. Unlike other mountains that feature dull, nature-like colors, this mountain is all about vibrant shades of yellows, reds, purples, and greens, and looks like kids have been let loose with a bucket of salt. The mountain is featured on the National Geographic's list of the top 100 places to visit and continues to attract thousands of people yearly. It's about half the altitude of Mount Everest and features around 14 different colors. However, you might need to be a reasonably experienced hiker to see it in its full beauty. Pink Lake. Close your eyes and picture this. You're on vacation off the western coast of Australia when you come across a lake as blue as... no, wait, as pink as the sky? Wait, something's not quite right here. There are some very photogenic and very pink lakes in Australia that look like something out of a cotton candy dream world. Specifically, Lake Hillier in Australia is a beautiful piece of water that makes you want to drink it. The lake is pink, like strawberry milkshake pink, rather than vivid blue or green. The lake, which is better visible from the air because it's a protected natural reserve, is located in the RICHAT archipelago on the Middle Island coast in Western Australia. Permission is required to visit, which is difficult to obtain. Now, why the color of this lake is pink? Well, there was a theory that the lake is filled with a special type of bacteria, but that's been refuted. Another one is of a lucky survivor of a shipwreck who got stranded on an island. Exhausted from the severe pain, the sailor gave his soul to the devil in exchange to release him from the torment. Personally, I like the devil story. What about you guys? And now, let us move on to our subscriber pick of the day. This image was sent to us by one of our subscribers. Similarly, if you ever wish to know more about an image you come across, just send it on over to us. Who knows? We might even feature it in one of our videos. A photo from the ancient Syrian temple of Ain Dara is today's subscriber pick. Apart from its historical significance, the temple is best known for its massive footprints at the temple entrance, which has been there for 3,000 years. But one of the explanations so far is that they were of gods when they marched into the temple, or that the temple was built by giants. Either way, the presence of these footprints has perplexed people, and so far, no one has landed on any rational explanation. Fairy circles. These rings were thought to be bubbles spewed by a dragon deep in the earth by the San people of Namibia. Scientists have spent years trying to figure out what caused the phenomena, with suggestions ranging from deadly shrubs to carbon dioxide leakage to ant or termite activity. Unfortunately, such fantastic origins have been ruled out. The circles, which range in size from 6 to 40 feet in diameter and may be seen in Namibia's Namib-Naukluft National Park, emerge from grasses' activity in extremely dry environments. Well, it's a self-organizing system. Grasses absorb water and nutrients, destroying vegetation and leaving hard crusts in their place. When it rains, the rings provide a source of water. If you look at them from a satellite and think, oh, they match perfectly with this idea about plants striving for water. But then you go underneath and discover a termite colony under each of these spots. Experts discovered that plant competition and termite colonies could both form the circles independently. However, in this particular case, researchers believe that this landscape was produced by them working together. Lava flows. The Kawah Ijen volcano in Indonesia erupted with electric blue lava that poured down the mountain slope at night, attracting a large number of tourists and nature photographers. Now the question is, why does this lava have a blue color instead of being traditionally red? Scientists have come up with theories, the most famous of which is that the high level of sulfuric acid colliding with an oxygen-rich atmosphere gives the volcano an electric blue color. But there are also many myths regarding volcanic activity, as it has been speculated that it is due to some Indonesian demon deity. Also, working there is pretty dangerous, as workers suffer long-term health problems after working there, which they often attribute to the presence of a cursed entity. The best time to catch the blue flames is at night or after sunset. The lake is known as the world's largest severely acidic crater lake. The pH of the water was found to be just 0.5. That's all for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. See you next time!